Alrighty, hello everyone, busygamerdad back again, going to be doing another session gameplay series. We're going to be recovering Talented. This game came out in December 2024. They've been pushing updates steadily throughout the year. They just did a major update, some hot fixes as well, added a couple of things, and I wanted to update our coverage for the game to show you too that this game can be a really good entry for the Busy Gamers library. At only under $4, I mean, this game, it reminds me a lot of my time with the Game Boy when it first came out. Very simple graphics, very simple design, but very deceptive in its difficulty. I will say that I have found myself dying and being like, no, I can do better. I can do better, and coming back to it. One of the major things that they've updated in the game is they've actually done some weaponized challenges that you can go into here and actually get some great unlocks for things like legendary upgrades and things that you can actually go through and begin the challenges for and try and have some fun. Last episode, I believe, only got the warrior and played through that. I did a playtest just to remember how to play the game, and I did unlock the summoner, as it were. But we're not going to start there. We're going to start at the beginning, and you can kind of see here that we have the archer, and the archer is going to be where everyone's like entry point. It's a really good and straightforward gameplay style, and we will show you guys how to play here on episode 1. Episode 2 and episode 3, we're going to go into it. We're going to have some fun playing around with some of the difficulties, as it were. So we're going to upgrade our difficulty to Mastery 7. We are so close to another unlock for our core talents. I do want to keep what I have going. The explosive traps, I think, are fun, but you know what? Let's do it. Let's do the explosive traps. Let's do crit damage. Let's do the crit damage. Let's just have some fun with it. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to show you the game right here. This is it. This is the game right here. Very simple, very straightforward. You can turn your brain off if you want to at your own risk of failure. This is it. You are the only tower in this tower defense game. You've got to lob arrows down each one of these treks, and you got to defend yourself. Otherwise, you shall get got, and you shall get dead. As we start out, it's not going to be anything crazy. It's not going to be anything too difficult. You're just going to see us, shoot monsters, and we're going to knock them back a little bit here. As the nights progress, that's going to lead to more and more challenges. I'm going to let this one hit me. So you see there, our life in the top left-hand corner, that went down right there. So you got to be very careful about what you do and how you go about the gameplay. Up here in the top left, you'll also see this is our meter for our talents as we level up. Every single night, the monsters will get difficult in predictable ways, less knockback, more life, different types of monsters, and things like that. Now, going into this, we're going to want to take a look, and we're probably going to want to get... Let's do more experience. So in between each run, you're going to have access to this tree, and this tree is massive and dark. You cannot see it, but there are certain nodes that get illuminated depending on what you trigger and how you get to them. So the first things that we're going to want to try and get are some really pointed upgrades. I want to get... this is a good split. Let's do this. Let's do attack speed, and let's do range. And then we're going to get the blast quiver next time, and we're able to see a little bit more. We can see over here. Ooh, barricade. That's not a bad ability for us. All right, so I'm going to drop... Can I drop my trap there? So I'm going to drop my trap there, and I'm just going to hold off onto it. The cumulative upgrades are very impactful inside this game. You've got to know where your bread and butter is, essentially. What helps you succeed. What helps you in your overall meta for what you've got going on. I'm going to try and keep our trap in one piece, and then when it comes back up again, I'm gonna drop it down this aisle, and then I'm gonna hit that one there. So it's already level 2. You can see I'm going to lose a trap right there. That's fine. Wasted a little bit of a shot down that side. The mastery levels are no joke. They are going to challenge you. You can, if you want a brains off experience, go ahead and play at a lower difficulty and just have fun, just relax. And that's what this game kind of does in pick your challenge kind of format. So don't feel like you need to press yourself for like constant growth or constant things. If you don't want to, you can turn your brain off and you can have fun. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to take this. We have 6 upgrades. So if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or yeah, I want to do that. I want to do knockback here, experience. We'll get the blast quiver right there, and you see this one popped out. All right, so there's grindstone. gains 10% critical damage. Your crit strikes deal an additional 5, okay? And then this one is a random talent pack that we need to get to. So we need to get here as soon as possible to get our talent. And that helps define our character and what our character is capable of doing. I'm going to do attack speed rather than knockback because I really want to try and get to this talent about as quickly as possible. You can see in the bottom corner here how our stats are being influenced by the stuff that we get. You can get certain builds that allow you to upgrade upgrade your life. There are vampirism. There are identities to your character that you can and should try and explore. We're going to lose our trap down here. Yep, I figured as much. I'm going to drop that one there. So, and I mean that. There are identities. These traps, that's our identity. But that's not going to be the only thing that we look at doing inside our character. Like, you can do a hurricane build. And the hurricane build is actually a lot of fun. The hurricane build is going to be when we have swaths of arrows just all going around the outer edge of the ring and hitting random targets. It's super fun to have the hurricane build. There's a trap build, there's a crit build, there's all sorts of gadgets builds and things like that. So that's an example of what your identity can be for the archer. It doesn't have to be, again, you just can choose to go down those roads if you want to. Let's do the knockback. Let's get ourselves over here and give ourselves an identity as soon as possible. We're going to take the crit though, and then we'll get ourselves up here. So we got 1, 2, 3, and then we need, okay. So we have to get 3, and we will get 3. Usually get about 3 or 4 talents every night. The traps, thankfully, they stay in between each run. You cannot decide where they actually spawn, as it were, inside the confines of like how far away they end up getting placed. So we'll just keep on dropping them down, because sometimes they'll drop really close, and that's the RNG of the game, and that's the fine points of it. That one's gonna die, that one's gonna die. So we lost all our traps here, but we do have our burning helping us do some DPS over time. Drop them, knock them back, right there, there. We're a little covered on this side. Oh, I want to hit this one there. Nice, get the burning damage. Pop that one. I love hitting it right. I don't know. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. No hits. Yes. Oh, yes. That was close. That was a nail biter. That was a nail biter. Now we have, all right, 10% or 5% increased chance of elites. That's not going to be fun for us. All right, so let's get our identity. Which way do we want to go? This is increased attack speed. This is increased range. That's crit damage. That's increased range. So we want range or attack speed. That's really the thing. I think we're going to do attack speed because... All right, let's see here. What kind of identity we got? Forbidden Harvest. Powerful bounties active often. Straight through. The piercing, that's a really good one too. Charge it up. Tons of ability charges. Let's do the straight through. Let's discover this one. We can re-roll them if we want to, but I want to do this one. All right, now it's going to change a bunch of nodes for just that. All right, hole in one. That's what I'm going to go for here. And then we have some traps over here. There's a vortex trap. There's an ice trap. There's a trick shot if you kill 3 or more monsters. And then there's this one. And then there's spectral quiver. Okay, so we got some paths that we can go. There's a spectral quiver right there. All right, so we got 3 talents left. So if I do this, we get that. Gives you a 5% crit chance whenever you critically strike. Our crit's sitting at about 10. So let's take that one for now, and let's start leaning into that that talent, that identity, and that's the whole point of the game. Now, you'll notice, and this is something that's deceptive about it, the top and bottom tracks, they are shorter than the left and right. That does not mean that they are the easier tracks. The game does a wonderful job of making you feel the pressure on all fronts. So just be forewarned that even though you feel like, yeah, these are shorter tracks, I can shoot down them, I'll be fine. That's not always going to be the case. That's not always going to be one of the things, because you have these rats that burrow underneath. You have other enemies that I'm not going to tell you about that we will maybe see in this run, maybe won't, that will make the variants feel a little fresh, a little bit difficult. I'm going to drop my explosive trap down that side. Now we're kind of covered on all fronts, which is great. I love that. And as you can see, as we identified with our character, as we got our talent trajectory, we were able to really kind of hold the monsters at bay pretty well there. All right, so we're going to go down this way, and we're going to get the trick shot. And then I think I want to get back over here and get the spectral quiver. We can get this one too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's do that. Well, there is a trick shot down here. Do I want to do that one? Let's do what I said. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there. Okay, and then we're gonna probably take the next experience gain for a little bit more level ups, and then we're gonna go down here and probably get some more damage. That would really help out. And then we'll go this way. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Or maybe we'll go this way and get the vortex trap. Where was the other trap? Where was the frost trap? The frost trap was up here. Okay, good. It is worth noting that the talent trees are random. You can't plan around what to expect in a talent tree because it's simply not going to happen. They're going to be a different flow. They're going to be a different trajectory every single time. Oh, spiders. Oh, the spiders. Keep on going. I'm going to drop another. That's going to protect the explosive traps. There, okay, good. You'll also notice that as I shoot at the rats, they're smart enough to duck underground. So I'm trying to get that to happen sooner rather than later, so that as they come up, I'm able to hit them. They will explode multiple traps. So if 2 traps are really close together, that's just going to be one of those things that's going to happen, where they're going to drop. Yep, see, right like that. Right like that. There was nothing I could have done about that. And that's, again, the tactics and strategies, meta-knowledge of the game as we're getting into it that you'll see. I'm a little spider buddy. I don't have a bow and arrow to shoot you in the face. Absolutely not. All right, so the enemies have more health, so we definitely are going to want to take that damage over here. So let's go take the damage, take that. All right, and then we're going to get here, and the vortex trap. What is the vortex trap? Shrink trap reduces the size, maximum health by 1. Apply shrink. Okay. All right. I'm game to try it out, and we have 2 experiences right here. So we got the 1. Let's take the explosive trap, and let's see what we can do with that. So you'll notice that we can only have 4 abilities at any given time, and that again leads into the, is this the right one for my build? Is this what I want my character to identify as? So you've got to be able to think about that as you play through the game and understand what your thoughts and aspirations are for where your character is going and what you have access to. I'm going to drop the vortex trap down below. One of the things I love is the fact that the traps stay in between rounds. That's a super nice quality of life as opposed to despawning them or feature in the game, rather than have them just disappear, because, you know, these are kind of limited use and they make it so that you don't really, I don't want to say, it's a tactics thing, because as you get further into the game, the monsters, they're going to be right up on you, right on that dotted line for our little tower defense right here. So we got to make sure that we're doing everything we can. That's why I think the piercing, can I drop that? Good. Okay, I got one more trap down before the gates came up. All right, night lasts longer now. All right, here we go. Night's going to be a little bit longer. All right, so I do want to try and get up here. Every third is double damage. That's going to be so potent. I think I want to get that. Yeah, I think that's where I want to go. All right, so we got the experience. We'll get the crit right here. We have to go up and to the left. So we do knockback. We're not going to get there this time anyway, so we'll do the spectral quiver so that we have a 5% chance to pierce and hit all enemies in a line. That's going to be more impactful than the HP. All right. Oh, I barely squeaked a hit on that guy. You see that? And I do love seeing that. Oh, I'm dropping nothing but vortex traps in the path below, and I really shouldn't be. I really should be spreading those around. All right, there. I dropped the vortex trap on the other side. Oh, no, I saw it. He popped one explosive trap. All right, we'll drop one there. Keep on going, knock them, protect the trap defense, keep them off the walls, as it were. Drop an explosive trap down there. All right, I think I need to... I'm purposefully not defending the top lane as much, just because it's not hard for me to defend the top lane as the archer because it's just the shortest track, and you can kind of see that we're already kind of maxed out. Oh, don't do it, don't do it. There, okay, good, got him. I think we defended almost all the traps. Got him, okay, good. And we got a level up. I'm gonna drop that one there. This is just like when I leave my kids, or yeah, leave my kids to clean their room. It's just like they leave nothing but traps for me. All right, 10% more speed, because that's what the monsters needed. They needed to move faster. That's exactly what they needed. Oh, what's this one? What's this right here? Legendary Coral Quiver. Your attacks fire an additional arrow. Oh, and Fabulous Pink? Absolutely. Why wouldn't it be fabulous? Nice. Okay, let's do that. Let's get up there. Let's plan our path that way and get that. All right, so we're going to go here. We're going to get that. Yep, and we're going to get some crit, and we're going to get some damage, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, that's going to be really hard to get to in one night, but we'll try it out. Now, the reason why I think this game is fabulous for the busy gamer is because it's very easy to pick it up and put it down. You don't have to worry about any type of problems or anything like that. It's a very simple, straightforward game, as it looks like right here, but it's also a game that you can just pick up and put down in between runs and just be like, all right, well, that was fun. I don't need to worry about any type of quote-unquote meta progression or any type of difficulties that I, might need to save or get to a certain point. This is just you versus the computer, just a nice, relaxing time that you don't need to stress too much about. And see what you can cobble together. See what the RNG gives you. See how it works, okay? It's not going to hurt you. It's not, I promise. And it's only $4. I will have a link for the game should you want to pick it up for yourselves and try it out. I do love the variety because while we're on the Archer, it's a very accessible class to understand like the mechanics of the game and the minutia of the game. But also, it is, as we get in here, the deceptively difficultness increases. And the other classes change the game mode dramatically. And you'll see that in our later episodes. So I encourage you to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with everything. So we're going to get our next ability, which is the Stim Pack. We're going to go here, here, here. And yeah, I really don't have a choice, do I? I did go this way, didn't I? Darn it. Darn it. Let's do the crit chance because we do have a crit build going. What are you? Your basic attacks, invoked weapons. Your basic attack have 2 seconds. After ability. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean, we are laying traps left and right. The Stim Pack is really helpful because the Stim Pack restores our health to full, and we get an additional attack damage. We can only do that once per night, though. So that's like the oh darn it button. You know what I mean? All right. So we're gonna hit that guy. Cleave that guy. I will say that this game, as we play it, does end up turning off your brain, which is kind of helpful in a lot of ways. Some people might feel like, hey, this is great to just relax and enjoy with a brains off thing. If you can do that, good for you. I can't. I have to find myself constantly focusing on this and constantly be like, oh, there's waves coming this way. There's waves coming this way. Did I drop a trap this side? Do I need to drop a trap that side? Okay, looks like we got a buffer there. Oh, he did the thing. He hit the thing. All right. Well, that's unfortunate. All right, we're going to use that, and we're going to do a full heal. Just a full heal ourselves. We'll drop a explosive trap that way. We'll drop a vortex trap that way. Good level up. Keep on going. Nice. You can see in the top left-hand corner as well the things underneath our character portrait that tells you what abilities you have access to. Oh no, Skelly Bobs. No Skelly Bobs. Say it ain't so. All right, so we have 5. That costs 3, so we can get that. 1, 2. There we are. Nice. I love the little sound effects. They feel so nice. All right, so hail of arrows, all directions. That would be super potent with our pierce attack build. I don't know if we want to go that way, though. I think we might want to get this one first, focus on that. We have a few more nights left, so we're going to go to the right and get that other one first. Oh, wow. Yup, absolutely. Yeah, this just got so much more fun. Double arrows, Skelly Bobs. You know what the graphics remind me of inside this game? They remind me of the old Final Fantasy games. You know what I'm talking about? Like, if you ever played like the Final Fantasy ones that were part of just the Final Fantasy Legends quest line of games, it reminds me a lot of those graphics with the characters and or with the monsters that you see on the board. I just don't know why. It resonates with me on a very nostalgic level. The ideas behind what the monsters look like and the character and the board design. I mean, they hit it really, really well. They hit the nail on the head with that design choice, with that aesthetic choice. I'm gonna keep putting explosive traps up north. I don't think we really need to do the other ones. I mean, the fact that we're firing double arrows and each one has a potential to pierce is super nice. But we kind of need that because the monsters are getting pretty gritty. Getting pretty rugged to try and handle. I gotta keep on putting traps down before the end of the night. Alright, now, what do we want to do? We want to swing to the right. But I do want to get this experience. I don't want to take this as my last ability just yet. Alright, I want to get that way. Yes. Yeah, let's keep going that way. Go down. Oh, so every 15 we get a health back. Okay, that's fine. And increase the range. Okay, cool. I'll take it. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Potential. There's potential. There is potential. What's You thought I wasn't looking. And lo and behold, I was with my eyes. Definitely tests your game, this patience with its... Whoa! That spider came like flying out of the top of the tunnel. Yeah, the double arrows is definitely going to lean into a lot more damage downrange to allow us to keep the swaths of monsters at bay. I'm going to put another trap up north because I think we lost one. Yep, you think I was only looking that way, but really I was just baiting you to thinking that I really was only looking that way, and then I had to scramble. I'm not going to lie, I had to scramble a little bit there. Alright, come on, put another explosive trap. We can get enough range in our growth to allow us to just shoot down anyone coming out of any of the entrances before they even set foot onto the passages here, onto the bridges. So you can go down that road if you do want to, but I tried that once and I wound up not having enough damage, not having enough knockback for the build path that I was going down to make myself potent towards the end of the game. All right, so there. 2 more. Can we get it? We can get it. Nice. Awesome. Good. Awesome. We targeted it and we got it. Keep on going. Keep on going. Drop a explosive trap there. Drop a vortex trap there. Drop an explosive trap there. Yep, it's just like my kids with their Legos. Just leaving them out for me to trip on. That's exactly what it is. Oh, or they're, my daughter has, these, art supply things, these, beads in her room. And every time I step on one on the carpet, I think I'm, like, dead. I just think I'm dead. It hits me right on a nerve in my foot. And it's just like, oh, no, I'm down. This is how I go. That's exactly what our build is here. Oh, I couldn't pivot fast enough. We lost a few traps there, but that's okay. We lost a few traps, but that's okay. The thing is that we got to keep our crit build going, our kill count going, because if we don't, that's actually going to kill you, because that gives you bonus experience. Okay, so we do have enough to take care of the top line and probably the bottom line in a single go, or hit the doorway. Essentially, is what it comes down to. So I do need to put more traps on that left side. So enemy speed and knockback. Okay, so now where are we going to go? I didn't actually think about that. I didn't plan it. Let's try and get our last ability, but I want to try and poke around. Where was it? Down here, the spectral quiver. So let's go this way. There, get that spectral quiver, and then 15 health. That's fine. Yeah, I think that's okay. We could poke down this way as well. There is another potential that we could, I guess, go this way and get some more damage. Let's try and go back up this way. All right, the Spectral Quiver, chance for piercing attacks. Yes, I know. We're going to drop a trap on that side because I think our traps on that side are a little lacking. So we'll drop a Vortex trap over there. We have 3 arrows we're lobbing. I think that's the crit doing its thing. Or is that the extra shot? I think that might be the extra shot. And the piercing attack, I just noticed, is super potent for dealing with the shielded enemies because it goes through their shields. That's super nice. I like that. Those spiders, they freak me out every single time they just charge in like, oh no, they're coming in fast. But they like burst. They're like me. They like run and then like I need a minute. Woo! I need a minute. All right, we're gonna put another trap up top. All right, then they're gonna come up. Oh, they didn't. Oh shoot. Keeps on putting them too far. I need to get, I think, some more distance. If we can find anything that's got more range, that's going to be helpful for us. Because we need to get some more range. Getting them off our defenses sooner and preserving the traps is going to be super helpful. Come on. There, good. Okay. Yeah, that trap's gone. Oh no, we saved it. Oh, I wasn't even looking bottom side. I didn't even look. My brain just wasn't paying attention. Darn it. All right. Night 14 survived. All right, so let's go up this way. Let's see what's over here. Damage. That's attack speed. That's range. Range. Let's do this one. Lightning quiver. Now, is there any other range that I can easily pick up? Any other ranged? There's this trick shot right here. Yeah, let's do that trick shot. All right, and then we can do this other trick shot here. Cool. All right, we got this. All right, we're... Oh, again, that spider just leaps right out, and I'm just like, no, don't! And then it's just like, hang on, I need to catch my breath. Then you're dead. So the little pips that you see appear on our character in the middle, those are letting us know what effects are active. So that's a really good visual indicator for the player to let them know what is proccing and when and certain things. And as you get into it, these things, there's a certain build like the gumball build where there's just like you get faster attack speed, I believe, with the gumball for the archer, and it's ridiculous. Like these just don't go away with the gumball build. Like you're constantly proccing some ability at some point. I wonder if we should do the barricade, because the barricade does preserve our traps. That's a good last ability for kind of what we got going on. Maybe that's where we want to go, depending. I still want to get some more increased range, though. That seems to be the place that we're really, really lacking. All right, come on, keep on going. Good. Keep on going. No, don't blow up the traps. Nice. Okay, good. There we go. Put another vortex trap down that way, and then, can I do it before? No, I can't do it before the end of the night. Darn it. All right, reinforce the trunks now. Trunks. Oh, I remember trunks. All right, so this is increase range. Trick shot. Range. Nice. Let's go down into the great unknown. Do we want to do that? Did I get this trick shot down here? I did get that trick shot there. This one is every time I use an ability. Well, you know what? There, because we're constantly laying traps. So let's get that one. And then for our last ability, I'm thinking that we do the I think that we do the frost traps, because we have just the traps build going. That's what we got. So now you can see that those upgrades for our arrows, they're going off screen. They are still going to hit the targets. We still collect our we still collect the experience from it. There's a trunk right there. You see that giant tree monster? That's a trunk. Yep, and they are thick boys. So this is where your stat check comes in. You can use the vortex traps against them, so just keep that in mind. got that one. Keep on going there. Yep, our Pierce build is really putting in work right now with those shield monsters. I'm going to drop that right there. So we've used all our traps this round. We're probably going to get another trunk or two. Yep, there's one. Keep on going. Now, if I did feel like, oh, that one just like really came in hot. I could use my stim pack, but I don't know if I want to. We're almost through. Almost through. We're pretty close to, okay, we have maxed out, I should say, the bottom line. So we're able to shoot the whole top and bottom all the way to the door, which is great. That's super helpful. More enemy waves. Oh, geez. Well, I'm having fun with this game. I know we've been for 30 minutes. This is busygamerdad showing you Talented. I will have a link for this game should you want to pick it up for yourselves. They've been consistently putting out patches and increased content and things like that. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined. This was our session gameplay this week. We're going to be taking a look at it over the course of the next 2 episodes, and I hope to see you there because this game is woefully underrated, I think, and it's less than $5, and it's a really great time. So I hope to catch you on our next episode where we'll continue our coverage, and I'll have something new to show you inside the game, and we will pick it up from there. Later.